Why are financial services firms taking AI and robotics seriously now?
Well, there are multiple reasons. One of those reasons is simply the fact that the technology has moved forward enough where we can actually consider being able to tackle some of the problems that come with AI and robotics, in specific with AI, because from an AI perspective, usually speaking, a digital binary system that our computer systems are based on was unable to provide the processing capacity or the memory capacity that is necessary to solve the types of cognitive problems that exist. However, as those technologies from a processing and a memory point of view are starting to catch up, you can actually start to think about cognitive capabilities that come out, right? One of the major differences between robotics versus AI is robotics is really a rules-based system that allows you for efficiency gains, if you will. However, on the other side, artificial intelligence or machine learning ends up being a system that allows you to create a knowledge base on the fly, and then being able to provide the connectivity between that knowledge is something that, in the past, our systems just simply didn't have the type of processing capacity.
What areas of post-trade operations are now ripe for AI and robotics?
Look, some of the simple stuff from a reconciliation perspective where you're looking at, having information flow from multiple ledgers into other ledgers and to client systems, right? Those types of process flows can certainly be programmed in a appropriate fashion, leveraging some of the robotic technologies that exist, right? And again, all robotics, as RPA does, is it's really giving you a system that allows non-computer scientists to program these systems in an easier fashion. So it's nothing different than what we've been doing all across the industry for the last 30 years. However, when we start to move more towards cognitive computing capabilities and our ability to really derive anomalies out of the data, and our ability to really start to bring in intelligence on top of the data layers, so that derived intelligence capabilities, both from a post-trade or a pre-trade perspective, ends up becoming extremely interesting, right? From a settlement and clearing point of view, my ability to understand what types of variable risks exist and my ability to do those types of calculations in near real time and then be able to apply those back to my portfolio, those types of capabilities become really interesting and allow me to create a system where I start to really squeeze that systemic risk out of the system to the extent possible, which is really what we try to do with post-trade to begin with, right? We're trying to take risk out of the system.
How should financial services firms prepare for this wider embrace of robotics?
Well, look, it's simply a matter of leveraging technologies. So as far as we are concerned, to allow for efficiency gains to come from RPA types of solutions, robotic process automation types of solutions, right? We are all looking for gains, right? It's not a matter of how we replace human elements with robotic elements. It's really how we augment human elements to take advantage of certain types of fast processing capabilities where we know that machines can do certain types of jobs better than humans, right? Those types of jobs usually involve taking extremely large sets of data, crunching that data, and providing certain types of numbers back to the humans to really take the decisions. So from a decision-making point of view and a skill set revamp point of view, it is really our ability to allow our human counterparts to learn the right types of environments that are going to allow for more efficient business to occur. On the other hand, where we leverage machines is how we take the types of data and processes and crunch that in a more real-time fashion so that the information that's being exchanged or the information that's being leveraged is as near real time as possible. So different types of events across the planet can actually impact certain types of portfolios or funds or specific equities, if you will. That correlation mechanism is something that we can start to really leverage robotics for, to provide for instantaneous reconciliation and instantaneous information gathering capabilities. And then how you start to apply cognitive principles on top of that, whether that be human or machine cognitive principles, is something that are the challenges of tomorrow.
And then lastly, how do you respond to firms that are afraid that artificial intelligence and robotics might lead to people getting laid off?
Look, I would suggest that it is simply new technologies that allow for humans to be much more efficient. So think about moving from a horse-driven buggy to a Ferrari, right? Didn't take the human element out. It only allowed the human to travel faster, maybe in more style or whatever you might, whichever style you like better. So it's really our ability to leverage tools that allow us to do our jobs better. So we can imagine that our workforce that may be doing menial tasks may be able to now start to tackle some of the more interesting problems, whereas some of the more mundane problems can be tackled by machines in an automated fashion.
Thanks for watching this video interview from Sec Ops North America 2017. Like what you saw? Click on the link here to subscribe and stay up to date on FTF news content and events.